Hello, this is Andy Scott from the Andy Scott School of Golf, and I'm here with
Darren Hubbis with Par 4 Fitness. Thank you for joining us as we connect
with the golf swing
and the body. In this video, we're here to talk about the proper hip hinge at setup. Andy's going to demonstrate for us how he likes to set up to the ball and what he looks for with his students.
Absolutely. This is one of the first things that I try to make sure all of my students are doing correctly, because if you don't do it well, it can directly affect what happens in the backswing or the downswing. So we want to get started off on the correct movement to get set up to the ball. And Darren, what are some things that you like to see when you see somebody address the ball with what their body's doing?
One of the things that I see is the players will tend to arch their back instead of hinging.
Right.
Those two motions are very, very different. It's important for the low back health, but also overall consistency of motion if we get that right.
Excellent. Well, one of the things I try to get my students to do is stand in a nice upright stance or position. They can put a club at their belt line or just below their belly button and try to push their butt back while their chest falls forward. And I had one particular student said, Andy, this makes me feel like I'm peering over a whale, like a well of water. And I was like, that's probably one of the best things I've ever heard. And what you'll notice when that happens, my butt goes back, my chest falls forward, and it's not giving a whole lot of opportunity for my spine angle to have a lot of change to it.
Yeah. So notice how he keeps his back nice and flat here. We don't have any arching or tucking underneath. The spine stays very neutral compared to the hinge that we get through the hips.
So one of the things we see a lot, Darren, is what you were describing as the S posture, which is when we have the lower back doing what?
So the low back goes into what we call a lordosis, or excessive extension. So that places stress on the posterior part of the spine. So it's important that we get the hip hinge separate from the pelvic tilt that Andy's mentioning in the video.
So if you have S posture, it's going to greatly affect what your body can do in the backswing. Some of the things I typically see when I see a lot of S posture is a lot of rising or coming out of posture on the backswing.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. And then the other thing we might see with a lot of you players out there is a little bit of C posture with maybe a little too much flex in your knee so you can get close to the ball. Now, how would that affect how you see body movement on the backswing?
So in this extremely flexed position, it limits how much we can rotate. So the arms come into play a lot more. They have to in order to create any speed or consistency with the swing.
All right, so in order to get your body into a correct position, I'd like you guys to try this. It's very simple and basic. I know this is one of the things that a lot of people don't want to watch on videos, but sometimes the most important things are some of the basic things that help our body move better. But pushing your butt back while your chest moves forward is one of the most critical things you can do to get yourself in the right setup.
Great.
Thank you guys for watching our content. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to having more content coming your way. Please subscribe to make sure we know you're out there, and we're going to see a lot more content coming your way.